Right, barbers, listen up. I get a lot of messages saying, oh, I've signed up for this online training platform, or I've been on this really expensive training course, and, you know, the cuts these guys do are so inspirational and they look so good, but now I'm trying to follow their methods. It's taking me a lot longer to do a normal haircut. You know, I'm taking over an hour in the barbershop, and my cuts are looking better, but, like, it's taking me a long time, so, like, how can I change that? How can I cut faster? I'm thinking to myself, well, what do you expect when you're going on courses with hairdresser barbers who are fantastic at what they do? I'm not slagging them off, but when they spend an hour doing 10,000 sections, diagonal ones, horizontal ones, vertical ones, upside down ones, inside out ones, section after section after section, and then after they've cut it all into position and cut the shape and done all the rest of it, then they take the clippers out and they remove the bulk and they do all these things. They're just making more work, and half the time they're going over the stuff they've already done. And you're seeing their end product, which takes them over an hour to do, maybe hour and a half to do, and then you're wondering why you're taking a lot longer in the barbershop. If you want to make money as a barber, you can't be taking over an hour to do a haircut. Really speaking, you shouldn't really be taking more than half hour. And you really think your customer wants to be sat in the chair for over an hour? Especially if you want to spend another hour taking photos and videos of them. There's ways of cutting hair that still produce high quality finishes, that are quicker, that are easier, that work more naturally with the way the hair wants to sit and the way the hair wants to flow, and you can get two of them done an hour making more money. So if you want to follow this sort of new barbering movement where you're doing all these profile sections and recession sections and all these things, which is new to the industry, that's not how old school barbers used to do it. You know, old school barbers used to fade without guards. All right, so let's not mess about here, and they would do a haircut in 15 minutes, okay? So if you want to do it that way, then expect to spend over an hour with your customers. If you want to increase your appointments to over an hour and double the cost, that's fine if you think your customers will pay for it. But if you think your customers won't pay for that, then why are you trying to give them that service? So what you need to be doing is finding out the sort of customers you've got, the sort of things that they like, the ways that they like to have their hair cut, and stick to those methods. Because at the end of the day, you're a barber to service people and, yes, to make money. Well, you can't make money if you're spending 2 hours doing a haircut. You need to be doing 2 cuts an hour. That's long enough but quick enough for your customer to get in and out without being uncomfortable, and long enough that you can give them a good quality haircut and charge them a fair price. Well, if you're doing 2 an hour at over £20 a haircut, that's a lot of money per hour. But if you're spending an hour and a half, 2 hours, and only charging £20, £30 a haircut, then you're losing a lot of money. So let's be realistic. Let's use some common sense. If you want to be that sort of barber, if you've got a salon in London, if you want to be doing 2-hour appointments and charging £150 for it, that's fine. If that's the sort of salon you've got, or the sort of salon you want, and that's the sort of clientele you want to target, and that's the sort of way you want to run your business, then fine, go for it. That's no problem. Sign up to the courses, do whatever you need to do to be that sort of barber. But if you're working in a salon, which 90% of barbers are, that have either walk-ins or quick turnaround, real clients, real men who do not like too much fuss or nonsense, yeah, you'll have the teenagers that like the styles and things, but 9 times out of 10, they all have the same haircut. Unless you're working in a high-end salon and you're charging over £100 a haircut, then there's a very good chance you're working in a salon with guys who are normal, straightforward, no-nonsense trims, and that's what you should be looking to give them. So it's great you want to better yourself, it's great you want to improve your cutting skills and techniques, but I guarantee you, if the course you're going on is teaching 10,000 sections and 20 different products and upside-down fades, inside-out fades and all the rest of it, then it's going to make your haircuts take a heck of a lot longer, and your customers aren't going to be signing up for that. To make a lot of money as a barber, you need to be quick, efficient, but effective. So one little tip I'll give you is, if you're not fully booked, keep your prices fair and cheap. Don't worry about spending an absolute fortune on really expensive courses that's going to only slow your cutting down and reduce your potential profit. Focus on efficient, effective methods that's going to allow you to offer good quality haircuts with realistic timescales, allowing your customers to have a better experience and a better service. Then when you get busier, then you can put your prices up. Once you're booked up for over 2 weeks in advance, then put your prices up. What do I know? Why should you listen to me? Who am I? I'll tell you who I am. I've got a chain of barbershops in South Wales. I've trained hundreds of barbers towards success. I've had barbers that have left me then to open really successful award-winning barbershops, all come through my training. I've won 2 British Barber of the Year awards. I've won a British Hall of Fame award. I've won loads of national awards. But I'm down to earth. I'm realistic. I give the customers what they want. I've got a massive team of barbers working for me. All of them are making serious money. I'm fully booked for weeks in advance. Our customers are consistent. They keep coming back. They're loyal to us because they know what they're getting and they like it. What sort of barber do you want to be? Do you want to be an Instagram barber? Do you want to be a London salon barber? Or do you want to be a real barber like 90% of the barbers in this world? Be realistic, but be down to earth and use some common sense. You may be thinking, oh, but he's got his own online training platform. He just wants us to buy off him. I don't mind if you buy off me or not. I haven't set up my online training platform to make loads and loads of money off it. I've set it up because I could see that there was a gap in the market. There was a need in the industry for common sense, realistic education. Efficient, effective, and down to earth. I wanted to bridge that gap between college and working in the real shops, working in the real world. So that's why I've set my training academy up, and it's only £20 a month. And if you want to buy a 12-month package, it's only £160. You're not going to be ripped off, you're not going to be let down. As well as the catalogue of unbelievable videos that we've got on there from award-winning barbers. I go live weekly, you can have one-to-ones with me. I'm here to help you and to coach you because I really care about giving barbers realistic education that's actually going to make them successful. So it's up to you. Do what you want. I don't care if you sign up to the Barber Coach TV. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep trying to help people. I train hundreds of people monthly, so I'm doing fine. I'm doing absolutely fine. You don't need to sign up to the Barber Coach TV. I honestly don't care. But if you want it, it's there. I'll be more than happy to help you. But please use some common sense. Look at your surroundings. Look at the sort of shop you're working in and decide, do I want to be buying courses and do I want to be doing training courses of guys who work in salons who take over an hour to do a haircut and charge potentially hundreds of pounds for it? If you're working in a salon that you need to be doing haircuts, 2 to 3 haircuts an hour, and they're only charging £15 to £20, then you can't be using the methods that you're going to learn from these Instagram barbers. Are they artistic? Absolutely. But they are suitable for a certain clientele, for a certain type of barber. What sort of barber are you? Use some common sense. Do what's right, but be efficient and do what's right for your customers.